is the silent, quiet, secret hatred that these people have sometimes deep within their subconscious. And so at the end of the story, the Walter Pigeon doesn't want his daughter to go off with the Earthmen, but he has unconsciously created this sort of tulpa. And if you remember the movie, you kind of see the outline of this beast when they shoot it with their laser beams or whatever. You kind of get this kind of a facade of what this thing looks like. And it was animation done by Disney at the time. It's a really great kind of a provocative movie, but it maybe it does parallel something to do with the idea of the collective unconscious and tulpas.
Moon at Noon actually says we can do things with sound that is actually scary. Nothing stops sound except sound. Also, too, if you remember, too, Moon, is the trumpets of Jericho from the Bible. And,
oh, yes.
Yeah, and the walls came tumbling down. A lot of people think, and they've done it on the micro level, where sound can move objects. And a lot of people believe that's how the pyramids were built, that they had control of sound and were able to position those blocks to make that pyramid. Stonehenge, same thing. And a lot of their old stories say that they were able to manipulate sound to move these gigantic stone structures. So,
well, as wild as that is, it kind of makes more sense than a bunch of people dragging stones that, are from miles and miles away.
And thousands of pounds.
Yes,
yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
And they probably weren't even getting minimum wage.
and before we go over to Sage here, and also too, if we think of something about Mothman, we'll just go ahead and blurt it out. But Mothman also too, there's a lot of different cryptids that are similar to Mothman. Like you had the Thunderbirds. Tombstone, Arizona, they saw sightings of this huge winged monster, a Thunderbird. Bat Squatch, 2009, at Mount Shasta, they spotted Bat Squatch. And what's kind of unusual about 2009, the year 2009, Bat Squatch was sighted in Mount Shasta, and Mothman was sighted in Sacramento. So that's kind of interesting. And Mount Shasta is on the same mountain range as Mount Rainier, where Bat Squatch was first sighted. And Bat Squatch is very, very similar to Mothman. I mean, it has a Bigfoot body, huge wings, and it has the face of a bat.
Right. I don't think he's as well groomed as Mothman. That's just my personal opinion. But also the Van Meter visitor was more like a pterodactyl with very strange properties. It seemed to have a horn on its beak and also have a light that shone off this beak. And in fact, one of the first times they saw it, they saw this light, just saw the light going across the tops of some buildings, thinking it was a burglar. But then they got a closer look at it, and also at times it would exude a vapor. You could fill in your own joke there. But there was one witness that it kind of gave off this odor, and he had missing time. So it's, we had this, you have a lot of phenomena, entities or whatever, that have some kind of a light on their chest, or they're holding some kind of a flashlight, and you have the missing time. And, John Keel found that people that were experiencing cryptid sightings and UFOs would sometimes suffer from the same physical effects, thirst, muscle ache, and that kind of thing, suggesting that perhaps they shared a common link. The things that appear different may come from the same source. And Connie Carpenter, one of the early people that encountered the Mothman at the Mason County Golf Course, she saw it take off, saw the red eyes. She had conjunctivitis, which is eye burn. which a lot of people, when they have close encounters with these strange lights or UFOs, contract conjunctivitis. But not so often with a cryptid, but that's what happened to her.
Well, and Digger Dog 6649, he says about the horn, you should listen to Kumbo on Flash of Beauty. Oh, here we go. He found one, used it, and scared the crap out of him. Huh, interesting. What do you think about that, Steve?
I'm not sure what he means. Flash of Beauty?
Yeah, I'm not sure either.
That's a cryptid channel. Yeah, I'm familiar with them.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
But somebody encountered something like the Mothman and scared the hell out of him?
Yeah, well, I always thought that when people meet any kind of beings that has a different vibration than what we are used to, that I think it has an effect on the body. Whether it can, cause an illness to happen, like enhance, maybe we were already coming on with a cold or a flu or something, or any other type of thing that ails us, and then the vibration just changed it. It can, speed it up or whatever, bring it to the front faster than it would on its own. A lot of times these side effects